Ah, the Nintendo DS. This thing has collected dust for so long now. The DS is in fact the console that I own the most games for. But now there are no interesting games in it anymore. It's been a year since I bought my last DS game. Let's see, what are the most recent DS games? Okay, there was Rhythm Paradise that looks way too simple and the demo sucked. Zelda Spirit Tracks, no, I am still not considering buying this. Kingdom Hearts, blah 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 days. I don't care about Kingdom Hearts, and if I ever get interested, I would probably start somewhere else. Then there's Sega's recent Sonic Classic Collection, another rehash of the old Sonic games. Like, how many times can they re-release the Sonic the Hedgehog trilogy? And if it's the classic Sonic games, then why does it have Sonic's modern stretched out look? Sorry, I'm fine with Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection instead. And yes, I remember when the DSi came out. Hell no, I'm not wasting my money on that. But now there come out some DSi exclusive games like Photo Showdown, where you go around taking pictures of people on street to spawn creatures on screen. Taking pictures of strangers sounds like a bad idea. But there was this one game that really got my attention called Scribblenauts. Let's take a look at it. The game is developed by Fifth Cell, the same people who made games like Drawn to Life and Locke's Quest. Scribblenauts actually seems like a complete reverse of Drawn to Life. While that game tells you to, for example, draw a spaceship, and then you draw it the way you want it to look like. In Scribblenauts, you tell the game by writing on a notepad what you want, and you'll get the object pre-drawn on screen. Basically, you can write down any word you can think of, and spawn it into the world. And the best part is that these objects you spawn aren't just some lame drawings, but they actually do what they're supposed to. Every object does something. You can spawn a black hole that eliminates everything in its range, vehicles can be spawned, a race car is extra fast, and a UFO picks up creatures. You can also spawn any type of tool, like a shovel digs for dirt and sand, a lasso can catch things, a wand turns people into a frog, a gun shoots people. Yes, you can shoot humans and animals with realistic weapons. Look at how they're suffering. This isn't a kiddie game, but the cover is still so cute. Is it just me, or does this enemy guy look like something from Killzone? It is also possible to spawn unthinkable things like a mind control device that makes your enemies become friends, so that you can ride on them, and then there's also a shrink ray that shrinks the enemies and makes them weaker. You can also spawn any type of animal, human and creature and watch them react to each other to see who kills who eats what, and what they do. For example, an American football player attacks everyone that holds an American football, two boxers start attacking each other, a gamer is obsessed with games, God? Yes, you can even spawn God. He protects you and kills everyone that hurts you, and so on. I've heard that the developers spent a half year just to create and program all these items. That's insane. And you see the big start button down there? Yes. I haven't even started the game, and I'm already having fun with it, but I think it's enough playing around on the title screen. So let's start the actual game. There are over 100 levels to play through, and they're split up into two types. First, there's the puzzle levels. These levels are usually very small, and you have to solve a riddle, make someone happy, and stuff like that. When you complete the puzzle, a collectible star will appear, and you must pick it up to complete. The action levels, on the other hand, are usually a lot bigger in size. There's more complex level design and obstacles, and you basically just need to reach the star. Of course you can spawn any object at any time, which is required to complete the stages. You don't unlock any objects or abilities along the way, but you will get more knowledge about what objects are smart to use. Probably the biggest problem about Scribblenauts must be the level design itself. Now there are a lot of excellent levels, but there are also so many lame and non-brainer levels, and many of them look too much like each other. I think I lost the count on how many times I had to bring an animal over to the other side of the screen, and I always use the same idea. Ride a Pegasus, attach it to a rope, and fly across the map. That's it. But still, a lot of levels can be really challenging and engaging. If you think the levels are too easy, you can try to replay the levels in a mode where you have to beat the same level 3 times in a row, without using the same objects twice. So each time you must use different objects. It really adds a lot of extra challenge and replayability to the game. However, what I didn't like was the fact that the words are accepted as a different object as long as you write it differently. Like, you can write black hole the first round, and then write wormhole the second round, and you'll get the exact same object, but it's still accepted as a different object. You shouldn't be able to do that. It feels like cheating. I heard many people complaining that the touchscreen controls are bad, but I think they're fine. There's also a level editor in this game, but it is very limited. You can't create your own landscape. You have to choose landscape from an already made level, and you'll get a blank version of it. You can spawn any objects you want and place them around. You can spawn some enemies and program them to do things, which is really cool. And you can add a star. But that's pretty much it. You can't add any movable objects or attach anything to the walls like you see in the main levels. And this budget bar on the top fills way too quickly. This level editor feels very rushed, and it's extremely hard to come up with a good level to make when everything is so limited. But I did manage to make a few really cool levels. Overall, Scribblenauts is a great game. I just wish we could do this in real life. Yeah, now we're talking.